So I'm gonna do a full face of drugstore makeup. This is all of my favorite drugstore makeup that I've tried this year in 2022, and I'm excited. So let's see what I chose. So let's get started. I have my Supergoop sunscreen. That's not from the drugstore, that's from Sephora, which is this one in case you're wondering, but this is the sunscreen I'm using every day. For my base, let me start. Let's put the hair away first. So for my brows, I've already used my e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's an okay for the price you pay. I don't know, for me, for my brows, I feel like this product kind of sits on top of my brows. It's okay. It's not a bad product. But when I put it through, it seems like the gel just likes to flake on top of the brows. But if you use a spoolie and you massage it into the brows, it kind of disappears. So it's an okay product. So let's go with the complexion. My most favorite complexion product of 2022 and ever is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This I've been using more than even Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to use a little bit because I have another glowy product that I want to use before my foundation. This is an amazing product. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna use my Moda brush. This is a complexion brush, and just push this product into the skin. If you haven't tried this product, I highly recommend it. It's just that nice natural glow that you get. It's kind of like a moisturizer, but with a little bit of coverage. Like it removes that the redness, and it smooths your skin a little bit. You can see that it doesn't cover everything. However, it's just perfect amount of coverage you need in this type of product. Now I'm gonna go with my Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1. Did I say the e.l.f. one? It's in the shade 1 Fair. Now I'm gonna go with my Maybelline one, and this is in the shade 00 Fair Light, and it's kind of like the concealer but bigger, and it has this funky top like the concealer, and I'm just gonna add this all over the face. I've been loving this one actually. It's very similar to the e.l.f. one. Feels more lightweight, and I don't know, just more hydration and light coverage that it provides. And this has been a favorite this year. I've been loving this one. It has some pearlescent in it, but you don't see it on the face. Oh yeah, it looks very nice. Nice and glowy we are. Now for foundation, I have so many favorites, mostly L'Oreal and NYX, but I'm gonna use today the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation, and mine is in the shade Ivory 10. It's a concentrated serum with antioxidants. Now I would love to hear what your guys' discoveries were this year, drugstore, high-end, whatever you prefer. Just leave some comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Maybe some products I haven't tried and would love to give it a try. My skin is more mature and normal to dry skin. So I'm gonna go with the same brush and massage this product into the skin. I'm curious to see how this foundation goes with all those layers underneath as well. This is such a lightweight coverage foundation, and I love that it's like a serum foundation. I didn't want to go with a high coverage or anything like that. So now I'm gonna go in with a beauty sponge, a dampened beauty sponge. What do you guys think? I'm happy. Okay, so for concealer, this is another favorite. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, and mine is in the shade Light. So again, this is a serum. Only thing that comes with a pump, which is very interesting. So I'm gonna pump a little bit on the back of my hand, and with my finger I'm just gonna apply in the inner corner and outer corner. You can see that the packaging is not very practical. It's quite messy, but it's okay. It's a serum concealer, so it's very soft and hydrating. So it's not really an illuminating, it's more hydrating from what I've noticed. But it's a beautiful concealer. Definitely recommend it if you have mature skin, if you have dry skin. What should we use next? Okay, I have cream products and powder products because I chose my favorite. So I want to make sure I go through all of them. So let's apply some cream bronzer, and the cream bronzer I have from the drugstore that I've been loving is the e.l.f. Putty bronzer, and mine is in the shade Tan Lines. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 109 brush, So I'm gonna use a cream bronzer, and then I'm gonna use a powder bronzer. Powder bronzer, I have quite a lot that I like, so I kind of chose one that I know it's really pretty. But look how beautiful this bronzer is from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. This new e.l.f. line that they came out with the putty blushes and bronzers. Applies and wears just like a high-end product. Look, so I highly recommend this product if you want to try a cream bronzer from the drugstore. And now I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer, and for powder bronzer I chose my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade 02 Sunkissed. It's beautiful bronzer, and for this I'm gonna choose my BK Beauty 107 brush and just dust the face with this bronzer. So just warm up the face a little bit more. It's a silky matte. Like, look how beautiful. It provides this nice glow. It's a matte bronzer. How is that possible? I love it. I love this bronzer. Highly, highly recommend it by Milani. Oh, it's made in Italy. So it's just like those ones that you buy from Sephora. Wow. Beautiful product. Keep that in mind. And now for blush. So I'm going to go in again with a e.l.f. Putty blush. But it's this one. I don't know the shade. It's this corally one. I will try find the shade and link it down below for you guys. So I think for this, I'm going to use a Co Beauty brush, which is very similar to the BK Beauty 109. Very, very similar. It looks corally. This could be a dupe for the Tower 28 if I'm not mistaken. Very same formula from what I'm feeling. Okay, so on top, I'm gonna go with another favorite of mine. I've been loving this, and I have a couple of this ones, but this is the NYX Sweet Chicks Matte Cream Powder. This is a cream powder blush, and this is in the shade Summer Breeze. I love it so much. Like, look at this beautiful shade. So I'm gonna go in with a Moda blush brush and just dust on top of this cream. This will make your blush kind of last longer when you dust a powder on top of a cream. It's okay, we're gonna add a little bit of powder after just to take away in case we added too much blush. Beautiful, very pigmented. I recommend this blush, this NYX blushes. You can't go wrong with them. And now for highlighter, I have another Milani, which is very similar to the actual bronzer. I have the Milani highlighter, and this is in the shade Dolce Perla. The actual highlighter is so pretty. I'm gonna use a Real Techniques fan brush for this. And let's just apply. This is a beautiful highlighter. It reminds me of the new Rare Beauty highlighters that she came out with. Similar formula, so it's like a powder highlighter, but when you apply, it melts into the skin and it looks like you have cream on your face. Okay, so I'm gonna get a new brush. This is a BK Beauty 108 brush, and just massage this highlighter into the skin a little bit more. Okay, so for powder, my most favorite powder from the drugstore is by e.l.f. and this is the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Fair, very similar to my Pat McGrath. It's kind of an off-white. I'm gonna use a BK Beauty 110 brush. Maybe around here we're gonna put some powder. Very beautiful powder for dry skin and mature skin. Definitely recommend it, and very affordable. Now let's move on to eyes here. For eyes, I have two palettes and they're all by e.l.f. I love the e.l.f. palettes. This is the e.l.f. Bite Side Eyeshadow in Cream and Sugar. Highly recommend this one for beginners, and for if you don't like color eyeshadow, this is perfect neutral eyeshadow. And if you like color eyeshadow, is this one that I'm using, e.l.f. Game Up. So I'm gonna start with this one first, and I'm gonna use this very light shade and put it all over the eyelid. And I'm gonna use a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush and just set the eyes with this one. It's kind of like a powder. Today I really want to play with some purples because I also want to use the NYX Jumbo liners. I have a review on this. I have a bunch of colors so you guys can see it, but I want to play with some purples and black. So let's go into this Game Up palette. And I'm gonna dive into this shade here first. I'm gonna use the same big fluffy brush and use this as a transition. Very easy to blend. It is not patchy. It is not powdery. Definitely very high-end feeling. I'm gonna go in with this purple right here and put that in the crease. And I'm gonna use a Morphe M433 brush. Very nice and subtle. I'm gonna go in with this one right here now, the darkest one. I'm gonna use a MAC 242S brush and see if I can just add this in the outer corner here. So it's probably best, let me use my finger and see if that would work better. Yeah, it's better if you use your finger. It's more intense. Whatever was left on my finger, I just put it here. And I'm gonna use my finger and go into the next one, which is this light pink. And add that with my finger. Very nice, look at that pink in the inner corner here. This is a very light pink with some reflex in it. So you kind of want to mash it with that purple. Oh my gosh, this palette is stunning. So let's go in with a fluffy brush and diffuse any lines here. Okay, so I have the two Jumbo NYX crayons here and the eye pencils. There's Eggplant. And then here I have Do Not, which is more of a nice shimmery purple. So I think I'm gonna start with this one first and then add this one in the inner corner. So let's start and add it with the actual crayon. It's very soft to the touch, so this is not going to hurt at all. It's non-drying. A very nice purple. And then I'm gonna use this bright one for the inner corner here. Oh, such a beautiful purple. So I'm gonna go in with a smudger brush. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 204 brush and kind of smudge this Eggplant shade to diffuse it a little bit. And I can always dip in it more in the Eggplant one. So I'll go like this and just intensify this outer corner a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go into this green now and add this in the inner corner here just to brighten up the area a bit and give it some color. Such a pretty green. So I'm just gonna use a brush and diffuse it a little bit. For mascara, you guys know I love my Princess Lash mascara. So I'm gonna quickly get off camera and apply this, and I will see you back with my lip products, my favorite from the drugstore. So I'm in natural light right now. You can see the sun is shining through. I'm in front of a window. So I wanted to give you an update on how this foundation and eye look actually turned out in natural light. Everything looks just so beautiful, so high-end looking. This is just drugstore makeup that you can actually mistake it for high-end makeup. It's just so perfect. So yeah, this is how this looks. I think it's stunning, and I hope that this helps you guys give you an idea how this makeup looks in natural light and just in front of those studio lights. So yeah, here's a close-up. I think the eyes turned out so, that's my favorite part. And of course the complexion and the lips, everything. I'm just obsessed with this makeup. So yeah, this is kind of from afar and then up close. Yeah, you can see the sun peeking through, you know. Yeah, love it. Okay, so here is the face complete. It's up close. What do you guys think? I think the complexion looks pretty. These are the eyes. I love it. Okay, so for lips, so I definitely recommend this palette 100%. Also the neutral one. They both are very pigmented, easy to blend, all day lasting. I love them. So okay, let's move on. I guess this was almost a full face of e.l.f. Almost. Let's move on to lips. Lips, it's like e.l.f., NYX, and Milani, and L'Oreal. Okay, two products by NYX. So I have the beautiful NYX Dazed and Diffused blurring lipstick, and this is in the shade Girls Trip. So it comes with the actual big crayon on one side and with the lip brush on the other. And then I also have this NYX Lingerie Push-Up Long Lasting Lipstick. This is in the shade Corset. So it's one of those, it's big, but it's a twister, so you can twist it up, down as well. So we're gonna use both. I'm gonna line up my lips and use part of this stubby lipstick. I highly recommend this one. It's so pretty, and you have this nice brush on the other end. I love this one. These are my favorite actually from the drugstore. And I'm gonna go in with this nice mocha. Well, it's not mocha, it is Corset, but it's more of a brown in combination with this one. It gives it a nice, very natural lip, not too pigmented and not too out there. So I think it just matches really nice with the complexion. I made my lips extra pouty. One of the best lip products are this NYX ones. And first of all, the eyes. Look at that shade. This is like a high-end Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona type of shade. Like, isn't it pretty? How can you accomplish this? This is e.l.f. This is e.l.f. and it's so easy to use. Highly recommend this. You can see how nice and intense the colors are, but they transfer so nice on the actual eyes. Love everything. These were all of my top favorites drugstore makeup products from 2022 that I have tried. They work so well for me, and I hope they do for you. I would love to hear your thoughts down below, and I am happy you spent time with me today. So I wish you all a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.